Welcome back to Paper Craft Possibilities. Today I'm going to use up some of my stash, some of it from close to my heart. I'm working with a collection called Hey Handsome. I'm going to be documenting, I was recently at a retreat in Texas, and on the way back we decided to stay a night in the Magnolia Hotel, which is called a 1928. So it's owned by Chip and Joanna. I'm sure you've probably seen stuff on their channel of Fix It Up, Fix Her Up, Fix It Up, something like that. Anyways, here's some pictures of the room, and they had, it was just right before the Christmas season, and they were just starting to decorate, and my husband here is sitting in the little sitting area with the fireplace, and it was just so nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and record that, and we'll get started. Let's run that intro. Let's get started. I'm going to go over a few things that I'm using. These have been in my stash for a while. So I've got a stamp set here, and I think I'm going to use the hotel key here. I thought it would be fun to attach to my hotel key, which is right here. Normally I'd throw these away, but I just thought they were so nice. So the quality is just incredible. This was actually a splurge to stay here, just so you know, because it's a little costly, but it was fun to splurge for my husband and I. So, hotel key. I have all of my pictures here, which I've kind of cut out the way I wanted them. Then in the Hey Handsome collection with close to my heart. My goodness, you guys, someday I'll get it. This is one of the pocket cards. Here is a business card. This is another one of the pocket cards. I thought I could use this for some journaling. I thought about cutting it down. Another pocket card that I just liked the colors with what I'm trying to do. This was a menu that I picked up while I was there, and I like to collect things like this when I'm traveling because I think looking back in years to come, people will get a kick out of the prices. And also there's things on here that I think are going to be a little trendy. Like there's a kale salad, some ricotta pancakes. So I thought people could enjoy looking back at that. I'm going to show you how I'm actually going to include this on a page, but not necessarily a page. You'll see what I mean here in a little while. So these are the stickers from Close to My Heart. And I may or may not use some of these, but I've left them out. This is some of the paper from that collection. And the hotel had kind of a Ralph Lauren feel to it. So I thought this paper would be really fun to use. And it's really it can kind of sync to the background and let the photos be the stars. I won't be using this side, I don't think. Don't hold me to that because I've actually pulled out another piece of the same paper just in case. And then I have this paper from Stampin' Up. I believe it's Cajun Craze is this paper. And I think I'm gonna map my pictures in that. And then I brought in some very vanilla paper from Stampin' Up to use because some of the things that I have brought in from the hotel are also this color. So let me get my pictures matted and we'll get started. I've got this page over here. Let me pull my camera out. And we've got this going on over here. I hope you're all like me. When you're creating, you just have stuff everywhere. And then I always pick up in between, but I'm trying a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and I've got stuff everywhere. So this is what I've got going on so far. So I might put that up in there. If I can find some green ribbon, I might like that. We'll see how that goes. And this, I really like the saying on it because it says so much about my husband and myself. So I want to put this up in here. I will probably cut this down and put it up in this area. It's just too big, but I like it to be by the picture of my husband. So I'm gonna do that. I think the title says enough here. I am gonna put the date somewhere, and then I'm gonna put some flip-flops. The flip-flops are back. Stampin' Up is making them. So we can add all of these extra pictures to our pages, and I'll go through with you how I do that. So let me get some of these things glued down, taped down, whatever, right? And we'll get going on that. I have yet to paste anything down. I've just kind of been playing, trying to figure out where I wanted things. So I wanted to bring you up to date. Let me put my little cutter down there. This was the pocket page pocket that I had, and it was a 3x4. I put it with my tag dies. My goodness, gotta find words tonight or today, wherever you're at. And I ran that through my tag die. Then I came in with this texture die I have, and let me see if I can find it over here. This is from Spellbinders. It's S41344 called Woven Lattice Texture. I don't know if they still have it, but that's from Spellbinders. So I thought they could add some interest up here, and I think I want to kind of put that, I don't want to wreck that, as an angle, or I think I'll do it on top because the words are what mean the most. And then over here, again, I have a pocket card, and I think I'm going to bring in some of these down here for a title, or just some information. It'd be more journaling than a title. And then I have these tags that I've cut out, and I've gone ahead and I've put some plain material on the back of them, some very vanilla cardstock. And I think I want to use some of my stickers to put on them. So let me run through those and see what I can find. I have everything planned out, I think, where I want it to go. I have yet to glue anything down, paste anything down, you know, the whole thing. I'm going to come back in my tags, and I'm either going to use this ribbon, which I really like. It's got like a forest green stripe going through it, which works perfect for this design. And if not, I will come in with some of these, or I might mix them. I'm going to put some titles down in here. I ended up trying to use the pocket card on these, and the white on the card was just glaring at me. So I cut the stars off, and I'm going to glue them onto the ivory or the very vanilla cardstock and do some journaling titles on those. Up here, as I said before, I cut this out of a tag. That was a die. So let me go ahead and glue these down, and then I'm going to come back. If you'll remember from the beginning of the video, I had shown you this menu, which I really want to include, and I'm going to show you a little trick on how to include that. So hang in there, and I'll be right back. We are back, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this sheet protector. And I'm sorry for the shine, but it is what it is, right? I am going to make this customized to what I want. So I think I'm going to cut this about, or just do my seam, and I'll show you what that means here in just a few minutes. I think I'm going to do it at 5.5. This measures 5, but I'm going to lose some, maybe I'll do it 5.25. That's what I'll do. So I've got this T-ruler out, and let's see what we can do about making this 5.5. I am going to make some marks here to follow. I'm going to use my really thin little marker here, my Sharpie. And there is a dotted line if you can't see that in the video. So I'm going off of that with my T-ruler, and I'm going to come in at 5.25. Let's see, it should be right there. And this will be taller than I need, I understand that, but I think I'm just gonna mat it with some cardstock. And you could also do this, a lot of people use the same little trick to make shaker pockets. And I could do this at the top and bottom of this sheet protector, because I'm gonna have more room here and at the bottom, but I just don't think that this page is appropriate for that, for a shaker. It's kind of not, you know. Anyways, it's just not what I think I would do as a sheet protector, or excuse me, a shaker pocket. Let me do one other one down here. Do it a little bit lower. And I'm planning on cutting off these dots. So Let me draw a line here to connect these all. I want to make sure I've got my T-square ruler at the top correctly. And let's see, move it over to our dots. And you want to make sure when you go to use our heat knife that you want to do this on a cutting board. And when we moved, I had a really junky one that I had, but somehow, you know, a year and a half ago when we moved, it got misplaced. So now what I want to do is looking for a tool here. Hold on. This is a tool that comes with these I call it just a heat knife, I guess. This one is made by We Are Memory Keepers, but you can get them in the hardware department at a hardware store too. But I'm coming right off of that line that I made. Let's see, I'm gonna scoot it over just a little bit more there. Let's see. Bear with me just a minute. Okay, so this has a little kind of a rolling pin on the bottom, not a rolling pin, but it rolls with you and it makes an indent into your sheet protector, and that's where it's going to have the, where it's going to seal. So it'll look a lot like this down here when you're done. So let's see what we can get here. And you want to make sure that this is nice and hot before you start. Okay. Move this up just so we can get a nice edge. So there we go. So what I'll do is I will put some cardstock up here and some cardstock down here to make it look like it all goes together. Maybe I'll put some of the ribbon in that I used previously. So I think that does that part. And let me show you how to work the flip flap. And now we're going to get into the flip flaps. So I need to make flip flaps for both of these pictures. And this is what a flip flap looks like when you go to put it on. So I've got a 3x4 here and a 4x6. So what we're gonna do is we're going to slip this in here and slip this one in here. And I'm gonna get a sheet protector, which I should have done before. Hold on. So sometimes people will cut holes in these. I prefer just to put my pictures on the outside. You'll see what I mean here in just a moment. There was a sheet protector the whole time. So I know this page is going to go on the right. So I'm going to load this up in here, just being careful not to catch any of your pictures or your laying material, your layers caught in your sheet protector. Okay. Let's put these flip flaps on together. So this is a 3x4. I'm going to slip my picture in there. I'm very delicately going to take off this release tape. There we go. And you're going to fold over this flap and you're going to line this up as best you can. And to really press that down. And if you have a bone folder or your scraper from your Cricut, something like that, you're really going to burnish this down. And you'll notice these are all on the outside of my sheet protector, or this one is. So when you flip it up, you have an opportunity to do some more journaling here or put another picture in, whatever you feel like doing. With me, I only have the 2 pictures. And then I have one that's gonna go down here. So this one, you'll take off the release tape, bend it over, and lay it on top. And like I said, these are, you know, just came into stock at Stampin' Up. We are so glad they brought them back. And we're laying that there. Pushing it down. And I just put my, oh, there's my bone folder. You can kind of see when you've got it down really tight, some of the bubbles in the tape just kind of disappear and blend into your sheet protector. So you know then that it's really grabbed on. So when someone flips through your book, you have access to these pictures. And it's good when you've got little people going through your books too. Keeps things nice and clean. So let me show you the completed pages here. And let me pull this one off of here. I use on my boards here, I use some of my glue dots just to hold things down there. They come right off when you rub them. You can see here that I've cut out the back of my paper so I can conserve that decorative paper. So in my book, this is what it'll end up looking like. This will be on my 3 rings, and then this will flip over, and you can see that. So those are, let me put this on the screen a little bit farther. So those are my 2 pages. Obviously this one's got a little bit of glare on it from the sheet protector, but that's what that looks like. I have some, just a little bit of journaling, a date, and I was gonna put what room we were on in the hotel. I'm gonna put that down here, and then we'll be done. Anyways, this brings us to the end of this video. And if you would do me a favor and like and subscribe, that would mean a great deal to me. So until next time, bye-bye.